Hello, my name is Ryan Yoakum, and today I'm going to show you how you can use IBIS World for the research methods in sports administration class. IBIS World is going to be very helpful to get industry trends within the United States for various sports industries. Now, one unique aspect about IBIS World is that it not only includes current data, but also provides projections of where the industry is expected to head. So if I'm in the Sports Administration Research Guide, I'm going to go to the Sports Data tab on the left side of the screen, and we're going to click on the Sports Industry Data box with the second link right here to IBIS World. Now, once we're here, we're going to search in the top search engine that's on this page. So I'm going to type in, for example, sports franchises. And you'll notice right here, these numbers are actually indicative of the NAICS code within that industry. But any industry that doesn't have a NAICS code but still has a report in IBIS World will have this OD and then a series of numbers. This one, for example, is about sports stadium construction in the United States. But we're going to click on the sports franchises one right here. And you'll see that this report actually just came out this month. So this was written by a real market analyst and published in this year. These reports will typically update every year, so you might notice one a couple months old, but they'll typically be no older than a year. We can navigate the report on the left side of the screen and download it on the right here. Now it's going to provide an overview to start us off, and we can scroll down to get a SWOT analysis for that industry. And then as we continue to scroll down, we're going to then see some of the statistics in that at a glance, more detailed basically. So this one, for example, will look at revenue and how that's expected to change, not only for the current year, but looking to be that's going to look like in 2030. We'll see the number of employees and the expectations there, number of businesses and profit, and so on and so on. Now, if we scroll down, we can also see what's causing those trends with this narrative right here that could be in bullet points, but we can also add as a paragraph if we're looking for that. This will, for example, show us that the Super Bowl is going to have an impact right there of setting records for viewership, ticket prices, and the negative impacts that those are going to have. And then also about the different stadiums and what's going to change that for different sports franchisees, and so on and so on. And that a lot of this report will be structured in a very similar way of providing different statistics while also then explaining what's driving those trends. Now, if we use the report right here, the guide for the report, I'm going to go right here to geographic breakdown. And we can then see where these are concentrated within the United States. So you're going to find a lot more sports franchises in California, Florida, New York, and so on, which is to be expected. But one thing I can do is if I click on the different states, if the report is not one of those that doesn't have a NAICS code connected to it, we can then break it down by a statewide report and then see how this industry is operating within a specific state. So probably not too big of a surprise that Nashville and Memphis and those counties right there are generating the most establishments within this industry. But something just very helpful if we want to break that down a little further and get some more local information. Now, the last thing I wanted to show in this report is if we go right down to the bottom, we can click on this call preparation questions. And this is going to be helpful not necessarily right now, but more so when you're looking for a job. These are going to be some good industry-related questions that you can ask when you're asked that dreaded question of, do you have any questions for us? It will show not only your competency within a job interview, but can also help you as a potential employee to determine whether that's a place you want to work for or not. And that's all I wanted to show for today with regards to IBIS World. But if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'd be more than happy to help you out. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best in researching in IBIS World.